Welcome to your week 2 instruction video of the Arm Yourself Challenge. If you're coming to this video any other way than from the Facebook group, I'm going to put a link in the description. You want to head on over there. We're doing an arm challenge for the entire month of October just to get ourselves strong. And of course, it's just to create those little habits day by day of daily consistent activity. So I'm going to get right into it. So we do have push-ups again this week. We're actually going to have push-ups every single week. This week we are going to worry less about how many reps we can do. We did the maximum reps per minute last week. This week we're going to really focus on proper form. So when you are doing a push-up, whether you're doing it on the floor, on your toes, on your knees, you can go on an elevated surface like a bench, maybe a counter or a wall. You're finding your variation that you feel you can do best. Your hands are a little wider than shoulder distance apart. I would like you to spread the fingers. As you're coming down, I want you to think about your hands kind of turning out. They're not actually going to turn because you're on the floor, but I want you to imagine that. And when you do that, almost like there's oranges under your armpits and you're kind of juicing the oranges as you do that, that's going to engage all your chest muscles, your shoulder muscles, and your back muscles when you do that push-up. You don't want the elbows to come this way. That's more of a tricep push-up. And you don't want to drive them out this way either. So when you think that, they're going to come back a bit on a 45-degree angle. You're going to engage all those muscles. So whatever variation you're doing, spread the fingers nice and wide. It is your chest coming down in between your hand and pushing back up. So if you're on your knees, same thing. You're not letting your bum stick up. You still have to make sure it is your chest coming down in between your hands and pushing back up. And you're going to do 25 of those today. So the second exercise is a dumbbell hammer curl. And a hammer curl, all that means is we're not going to turn the hands out. Last week when we did the curl, we turned. Now they're going to stay with the palms facing in towards the legs. We do have 18 per side, so we're going to alternate. So nice and tall, shoulder blades back and down, core is tight, knees are soft. I know that's a lot. And from here, we're going to curl up and down. The same rule that I talked about last week with those bicep curls, where you're keeping your elbow locked in at your side and you're not swinging forward. It's not this. Okay, nice and tall, curl. So you're going to do 18 per side today. Next exercise is a tricep kickback. You can do this in a number of different ways. We're going to do a bent over. You can certainly use a bench or a chair here, or what you could do is simply get down into a lunge. So I'm going to lunge my legs back here. It's just pressing my leg back. My left elbow is going to come down onto my left thigh. And I'm going to get down so my back is flat. This is very important. I see a lot of people rounding their back. Shoulder blades back and down. The weight is here. You're going to bring it up as if you're doing a back row. You're going to lock that arm in at your side. So I'm kind of pressing my bicep into my side. And then I'm just going to extend and bring it in nice and slow. So I'm getting those tricep kickbacks for the arm. Please be careful you're not moving at the wrist. I see a lot of people when they kick back, they flick the wrist. You don't need to do that. It's here, squeeze. And you're going to do 20 reps per arm for that one. The next one on the list, we're doing dumbbell shoulder press. So we're going to bring the dumbbells up to our shoulders. And from here, press up and down, up and down. Alternatively, if this doesn't feel great, you could also bring them out here and press this way. I'm going to let you choose which feels best for you, and you're going to alternate. 12 reps per side for that one. And now we're going to move into a plank with a shoulder tap. We're going to do 20 taps per side. So you want to get into your push-up position again, or a plank that's on your hands. Nice and strong. You want to make sure shoulder blades are back and down. You're nice and strong. And then from here, you're just going to tap a hand to a shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could absolutely do this from your knees. Straight line. 1, 2, and you're just going to tap. So what I'm doing here, I'm in this position. Tap, tap, tap. 20 per side. And finally, we have Renegade rows, or what's called plank rows. I'm going to use weights for this one. You don't have to. You can certainly do this one without weights. We're going to get back into that position of a plank or a push-up. My weights are down. We're going to get up nice and tall. You can do this from your knees if you want, or on your toes. Keeping that core tight. You're not sticking your bum up, but you don't want it to arch down. Right here, nice and strong. You're going to pull one weight up, and then switch, and then switch. And you're going to do 10 per side that way. You can absolutely do this, no weights. Get into that plank and just lift one arm up and then the other. And just remember, this is all about just getting consistent, doing daily exercise. Please have a great time with it. I'm Deborah Peddle-Hann from Journey to Wellness. Head on over to the Facebook group if you haven't signed up yet. It is absolutely free. We're having a great time in the month of October, staying strong, and I will see you next week.